So I've been reading this article for the New York Post, and it just says 43% of Gen Z employees 22 or younger report these 7 jobs they never showing up to work. And I actually done that to a few companies. I actually done that. And like my reasoning for the whole thing is because of wages being too low. Like the way that I see things, if I go in and if the wage is like $9 an hour, I'm not gonna waste my time on $9 an hour, because what are you gonna buy with $9 an hour? So you're saying my worth with getting paid $9 an hour is just feeding myself at a McDonald's for 1 hour? And when you think about like all the taxes and all of that comes into play as well, so you make that $9 probably go back down to maybe $7 an hour. And what can you buy with $7? Not too much this day and age. And if you think about inflation, all of that also comes into play. Like what I said in my last video, I was born in '98, so Generation Z. And all of this shit just kind of like, it piques an interest in me. It's like, I just want to know more about it. And the study is 1,200 U.S. managers and employees. And that's just on a small scale. Imagine on a bigger scale, it might go up, might go down. But if it's 43%, let's just say it's just 43% for the whole generation. That is high. And another thing that I want to throw into it about Generation Z is we don't really want to have a traditional job. I don't want a traditional job. We want like jobs that's a lot more flexible. That's what I want. And I don't know about anybody else. If I could just land a job that's a lot more flexible, I would enjoy it. I would fuck with it a lot more. Having to commute to a job is something I don't really want to do. And another thing is that Generation Z does look up to people like PewDiePie. If it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's definitely up to you. Personally, I could care. Like, I don't really look up to Chris Muth, but not Chris Muth, freaking PewDiePie. Chris Muth is another guy Generation Z grown up on. Anybody else in the whole NBA community? Like, let's just put it this way: Generation Z don't look up to Hollywood; they look up to YouTube stars. Let's put it that way. And because of that, they want to go and do YouTube. Look how many young people that's already doing YouTube. Look at how many young people would want to do YouTube, want to have a platform like YouTube where it's big enough to actually support themselves. And all that bullshit. This shit it's piqued my interest. Just talking about my generation, because I feel like there's a lot of misunderstanding in this whole generation. But anyways,